everybody. Welcome to the Dissecting Liberty podcast. Today we have Eric from Rebel with a Cause with us.
Hello.
How's it going, man?
It's going pretty good. A little let down by this tropical storm Cristobal that's supposed to be wrecking everything in its path.
That's a badass name, though. You got to admit.
Yeah, sounds like a Spanish hitman.
Cristobal, vaya con Dios.
That may have been the name of the guy that Hank Hill always watched on TV.
Yeah, that's what the the Mexican hitman priest.
Yeah,
that was his that was his catchphrase. Vaya con Dios.
Vaya con Dios.
Go with God.
Yeah,
I've been watching this show on Netflix called Narcos. Have y'all heard about it?
Mm-hmm.
Heard about it. Never actually watched it.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm about the first season is 10 episodes. I've watched 8. There's one episode I really hated, and that's the episode with Barry Seal of Baton Rouge fame.
Oh yeah,
and
he was the one of the original cocaine cowboys.
Yep. American Made. That's the movie with about him with Tom Cruise in it.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
That was the only episode I didn't really like, but it's a pretty good show, and there's a whole lot of Spanish, so I'm getting a workout. ¿Dónde está el biblioteca?
Yeah, where is the
Wow, I
library
remember that from
indeed?
Spanish class.
That's right.
Well, I partially grew up in South Houston, so you had to learn that shit real quick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure.
Had to really pay attention anytime the word madre got thrown around because you knew something was being discussed.
Ay Dios mío.
Yeah. Had a pretty fun one. I used to work with a lady, and she goes, well, my nickname in high school was Chi-Chi. And I was like, Chi-Chi? Who gave you that nickname? She's like, oh, the Mexican boys. I was like, Chi-Chi's means titties.
Uh-huh.
Your nickname was titties.
Bro,
she got so upset.
Dude, that's just guys, chilling, hanging out, being bros. I can't,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, how's it going, Liberty Zero?
That was going pretty good.
Well, I think we're just going to hang out for a little while. So what do y'all think about all this protesting and rioting and disbanding of police departments, whatnot?
I'm a little concerned about the proposition that they're going to disband the Minneapolis City Police.
Yeah.
Because I can only imagine whatever they're going to replace it with is going to be so much worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, I thought that was hilarious.
And I'll say that they have more training or some crap like that. And or you're just going to get, it's going to go all to surveillance equipment.
Yeah. It's going to be one kind of extreme, and I'm pretty sure I'm not going to like it.
No.
And did you send me that article saying de Blasio is going to defund the police?
Yeah, it said he was planning on doing it. Yeah.
Yeet, dude. That's awesome. This is hilarious. I'm finding this hilarious. Oh, man.
Did you see his psychotic-looking daughter get arrested?
Yeah, dude. She looks so weird.
She was bugging those eyes out for the camera. I was like, man, just don't do that.
I know. God, these are crazy times.
That's more of a curse than anything else. Ugh.
Yeah. And then she gave, because, how old do y'all think she was? She couldn't have been more than, if I had to guess, like 25
early to mid-20s.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like either she is living at home in the governor's mansion, or I'm sorry, in the mansion that de Blasio has, I'm sure, or she has her own place and she purposefully put down the mayor's house as her address.
Yeah.
To flaunt that, like, hey, guess who you just arrested?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my guess. Don't arrest me. You know who my daddy is.
Yeah, I would probably imagine she pulled a don't you know who I am?
Yeah. You can't see it. You can't see it in my crazy, wacky eyes. God. Man.
I gotta say, for mugshots, that was probably the craziest I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah. In my town, there's this, I'm sure they do it everywhere, but there's this company that publishes like this little penny saver type pamphlet just of who was arrested in like the past month. And I swear it's so much fun to go through that thing and look at all the wackadoos, you know, because it's stuff like that. You're like, oh, that's a winner right there. You know, their eyes look like they're hanging out of their head, or they're missing 18 teeth. You know, and man.
Well, Pete Quinones has just shared a nice little story. De Blasio wants people to stop sharing his daughter's mugshot.
I bet that he also wants them to stop sending him dick pics.
No, those will continue.
As they should.
I don't know about you guys, but whenever like it seems like everyone in the country is like on the same page on a certain issue, like that's when I start to get worried.
Yeah, because as soon as you're talking to your copsucker Republican friends, and they're like, "Yeah, that cop definitely needs to be arrested," you're like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah.
You're not going to pull the "we didn't see what happened before the video started rolling."
Well, yeah, but all that stuff begun after the riots, or
Yeah.
at least in my experience. That was when people started to get pretty sympathetic with these cops, these murder cops.
Yeah, that's what everyone's saying now.
Yeah, my other favorite was the Buffalo PD. This old guy comes up and he's got one of their helmets in his hand. He's trying to give him back one of their helmets, and he gets shoved. And then they have the audacity to say, "Oh, we tripped." I was like, no, there was 3 cameras right there.
Oh, was that old man?
Yeah.
Oh,
wait.
Wow.
He had a helmet?
I didn't know that. I thought he was
he had
like
a helmet in one of his
exchanging
hands.
words with him.
Yeah, he was like coming up and trying to say, "Hey, one of your guys lost their helmets. Here it is."
They later said that he was like a key part in instigating like the protest, like the Buffalo,
Bullshit.
yeah, the Buffalo mayor or something like that. Someone high up over in that area.
Yeah, at this point, of course, they're going to say that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, and then did you see that the entire, the emergency response team, I think it was?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, so the entire emergency response team, so like all those cops that you saw in that video, they all resigned.
In solidarity.
Well, they didn't actually resign from like being cops. They resigned from that team, like in solidarity with like those 2 cops that got, I think they only got fired, or I don't remember exactly what happened. Yeah, like every single member of that team.
Good.
That's wild.
I'm not upset about
That's
it.
just wild.
Man. Did y'all hear Joe Biden's most recent thing?
Oh,
Did
no.
it involve
I'm
sniffing
afraid to
ladies?
No. Joe Biden said cops shouldn't wear military gear.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Mr. Tough on Crime in the 90s.
I know, yeah. He also said recently that 10 to 15% of Americans are just not very good people.
Oh.
Okay.
I saw. Okay, yeah. Someone tweeted that, and I read like part of it. It was like, "Is this Biden's Hillary like basket of deplorables moment?"
Yeah. Except his wasn't nearly as good.
No. Yeah, my other favorite was what was it last week? He was saying, "Yeah, we need to teach cops how to shoot people in the legs," and I'm like, "No, the femoral artery is in the leg, and you will bleed out in a minute."
Oh my god.
Oh man, yeah. Like I had that conversation with like people when I was taking this college class, and it was I think it was like an ethics class, and someone was like, "Oh, why don't they just shoot them in the leg?" And I'm like, well, I didn't even bring up the artery, the femoral artery.
Yeah.
I was just like, do you understand what it's like to, actually having to use a gun in self-defense? That's never happened to me personally, but just from everything I've read, most people are, real freaked out. Their adrenaline spikes, and that's why they teach you to shoot center mass, because
you don't take it out unless
big target. You're not really going to miss.
You don't take it out unless you're worried for your life. You know?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the other thing. It's I had somebody who was like, "Yeah, we should shoot him in the leg or shoot him in the foot or something." I was like, "No." If I ever felt the need to where my life or somebody else's life was in danger and I had to pull it, I'm going to shoot until that guy stops.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's the wording that you want to use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I really want to put somebody down in the ground, the pelvic girdle is usually everybody's center of gravity. And usually you hit a nerve in there and then the legs stop working anyways. Just make that a tip.
Did y'all hear a judge in Jeffrey Epstein grand jury case has ties to those with a stake in the outcome of the case?
And he didn't recuse himself?
Well, of course not. This is according to the
shocked.
Miami Herald.
Just cue the gif of Patrick Stewart, mild shock.
Yep. Yeah. What do y'all think's going to come out of that? Do y'all think anything is? Do you think the Jeffrey Epstein story's done, or do you think some big revelation's going to come out?
Probably done.
Yeah, probably done. If they don't find Ghislaine Maxwell, I guess that would probably be the only big thing.
She's held up out in the middle of nowhere, right?
There's a documentary series on Netflix right now that my wife is watching, and I just don't want to watch it because I'll get mad and start throwing things.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And they seem to think that she's staying at her sister's house. At least that's the theory that they're putting forward.
Well, God forbid they go and check.
Yeah.
I've heard
I like how most of them that we're seeing going to the island on several occasions, their names are circled in the little black book, and they still get to walk around free men, like Bill Gates.
Yeah.
Like a hell of a lot of people. There's so many people that were in that black book.
Yeah, man, I went through that whole thing. It was disturbing.
But do y'all believe it?
I'm not sure.
I'm of the mind of if they didn't know what was going on, they probably just heard this guy's got a lot of money to invest.
Yeah.
And so they're there for some kind of sales pitch. But the ones that are questionable are like the Bill Clintons and the Bill Gates that, go and then they keep going.
Yeah.
And even after his, 2007 was the other case? I think.
Yeah. It was around then, I believe.
Yeah. And then you're still going after all that?
Yeah.
Even if those things weren't true, I would say, you know what? No, I'm just going to stop taking your phone calls.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Probably take you out, just take you off the face of the earth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then, do y'all think it ended with Epstein, or do you think there's something deper?
Oh, they probably just shifted gears to a different op,
Yeah.
There's definitely something deeper. From what I don't know. When people talk about the Netflix series, a lot of people are saying it's like a limited hangout, or it's like, you're getting some good information, but you're not getting nearly the whole story.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like that with the Tiger King one too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the guy, his former campaign manager, was on Punk Rock Libertarians.
Yeah.
And he let go of some info, and he goes, "Yeah, they Netflix didn't want to touch that."
Man, I didn't finish Tiger King.
Yeah, just at the end, you just end up hating everybody except for some of the workers at the zoo.
Yeah.
Like Saf and the Carl Renke and all that. It's like those are like the only cool people in the whole thing, and everybody else is just god awful.
I'm really bad with names, but is one of those like the ex-husband that was missing the teeth?
Yeah, like that guy even was kind of skeevy because he's like, I'm going to be gay for pay, basically.
I thought he was just dumb.
Yeah, he's like, I got a bunch of meth, and then I'm going to have a side relationship with the receptionist.
All right, we can't talk about Tiger King. It's a little late. What's the?
This is our Tiger King episode.
This is our Tiger King. Is Waco still a thing? Is that still popular to talk about?
I don't know.
I mean, in our circles, probably always.
Yeah. I
have purposefully not watched it.
Yeah, I didn't watch it when it first came out on FX, and I'm definitely not going to watch it now because, I heard the little part where they have the agents like crying afterwards.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, that's bullshit. I mean, they wouldn't be out there taking trophy pictures with still burning corpses.
Yeah.
If they were that broken up about it.
My fiance and I watched that like 3 weeks ago. It was right before Childerberg, and we got to that part, and like I was watching this dramatization of like the agents crying, and I just like that's when I pulled up the trophy photos, and I'm showing them to my fiance. I'm like, yeah, no, this is not an accurate portrayal.
No, not even.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, that Narcos show is crazy. The stuff that they did, because it's about Pablo Escobar and the Medellin cartel.
Oh, okay.
And it is crazy. Y'all know that there was a presidential candidate for the Colombian president. Pablo Escobar wanted to assassinate him, so he sent somebody on the plane with a bomb. He didn't tell this young man who was a father and a husband that it was a bomb. He just said told him to record a conversation,
Oh
and
God,
when this kid pressed the record button on the tape deck
that's
in
what
this
blew up.
briefcase, it blew up. But the presidential candidate never got on the plane.
Oh man,
Pablo Escobar murdered 107 innocent people. Oh
Yikes.
man, that's crazy. And then the government was like, all right, we really got to get this guy. So he went into hiding and started bombing a bunch of other stuff. I mean, he was just a terrorist.
Dang.
And
I had no idea.
the United States created him, you know?
Yeah,
Oh, that sounds about right. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like the United States created all the drug cartels due to the prohibition, you know?
Yeah.
yeah. That's taking the normie centrist view of history. It's
Yeah.
just because they have all this prohibition on and the war on drugs that these people just spring up, kind of like Al Capone did during
Mhm.
the original prohibition. The other way to view it is, yeah, of course they got set up because the CIA was funding all of the Iran Contra stuff with
Yeah.
importation. So
I mean, it's pretty much the same thing how ISIS has a ton of American weapons, you know, because we give
Yeah.
weapons to these quote unquote rebels that were supposed to fight communist regimes. Then they get the weapons and the supplies and they're gone. You know, that's it. They're not
Yeah.
going to fight for an American backed regime. And you know, they go wherever the money is. And you
Yeah,
can't
I
blame
mean,
them, you know?
John McCain has a picture on his had a picture on his desk of him and the leaders of ISIS.
Yeah.
So I mean, everybody's smiling, they're waving. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw a picture of Obama shaking Gaddafi's hand today.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, you can even go back in the 80s with Donald Rumsfeld going up and shaking hands and hugging Saddam Hussein.
Yeah.
I was like, well, he's our friend this week because he's against Iran, and
Mm-hmm.
sure, we'll give him a bunch of chemical weapons that'll gas the Kurds with.
Yeah.
Yeah. That, you have the state, the U.S. You know, they'll make some mistake and people want them to fix it, but all they end up doing is creating more problems.
Yeah. This is the reason why we tell people, hey, don't call cops for
Man.
checking on your neighbor or anything like that, because it's just going to get worse.
Exactly.
Yep.
And unfortunately, U.S. foreign policy is much the same way.
Yep. Not our business. Leave it alone.
Gonna bomb some freedom into them, dude.
Yeah, after we've nuked all of their cities, maybe then they'll accept democracy. Right?
Good night. Yep.
Yeah, man, makes no sense to me. Like, I mean, it's kind of it's tough because you want to change minds, right? But then the further you get into this thought system, I guess, just of libertarianism, it makes so much sense, but it's so far removed from the centrist viewpoint that like you have to really find workarounds. You can't just be blunt with people anymore, you know?
Yeah.
Whenever I'm talking to the, as Stefan Kinsella calls them, status muggles, you engage in a lot of circle talk. You're just going to come back to the same subject over and over again until they start to get, it was like, oh, well, yeah, if I can't steal from your wallet, I guess having a government agent do it for me because roads and libraries, it's probably not the same. Yeah.
Yep. No, yeah, it's like the most profound argument like for that is, it's basically like if I don't have the power to do it, then I don't have the power to grant, or like I can't grant that power to others,
Yeah, and sometimes you got to get real kindergarten with it. It was like, well, can I just take what's in your pockets right now? I'm not going to take all of it, just a little bit of it.
It's going to go to a good use. I mean, like I'm going to donate it to a charity, you know?
Yeah, a pothole will get fixed with, 32% of what's in your wallet right now.
Yeah.
And most people's like, no, how do I know you're going to go fix a pothole? I was like, exactly our point.
Switching gears a little bit, I've talked to this, or I've talked to Cotton a little bit about this, but Eric, have you seen, all these people getting on social media and they'll apologize for their silence and, and then they'll, whatever they support Black Lives Matter. Have you seen that? Like, especially like on Facebook and stuff.
Yeah, I've seen the. It's really tough. I don't know if people are just craving attention or the whole. I need a pat on my head and someone to notice that I've said a good thing. But I did see it's like this one tweet from a guy who was like, "Yeah, libertarians have been awfully quiet on cop abuses," and I was like, "No." In fact, trying to get us to shut up about it is
Yeah.
is
Yeah, I
the
saw
real
that.
problem.
Yeah,
But yeah, with the whole shaving your head, well, I was sitting there looking at it and it was like, okay, all these white girls are now shaving their heads. I am going to bet dollars to donuts that 4chan had something to do with it, and damn it, wasn't I right?
Lo
Yep.
and behold.
It was like that they got him again.
Oh man, I love 4chan.
That makes you a white supremacist, don't you know?
There we go.
Yeah, they tried floating the 1488 BLM hashtag. I was like, no, don't do that.
Didn't a UK Black Lives Matter thing did like a 1488 thing on Instagram or something? Oh man, that is funny, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
4chan
know.
is something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that all these people that are going out and apologizing publicly, to me that's just like a weird version of it's just like it's like you have a secular religion,
Yeah.
and you're going out there and you're confessing your sin of having white privilege and repenting publicly and all that jazz. It's just weird to me. It just seems wrong.
Yeah, even
And-
going up so far as to like actually kneel.
Oh man, that
It's like,
Man.
come on.
you saw that guy
guys.
trolling people running around.
Yeah.
Good night.
What did he say? He said, like, say you're sorry for what happened to Floyd Merriweather.
Floyd man.
Or is it Mayweather? I don't remember.
Yeah, Floyd
Yeah.
Mayweather, the
Mayweather.
greatest boxer of all time.
Whatever, dude. I don't know. I would watch things like that. Like, I'd watch boxing and I'd watch UFC if it weren't $80 per event.
It's not if you know how to get it offline.
What are
Agorist it.
what are you, some type of libertarian? I mean,
IP who?
That's right.
yeah, but also I don't really care that much, so I'm not going to put in the work.
Yeah, for me, UFC and boxing and everything, it starts to become boring the moment that you kind of know what is about to happen next.
Yeah.
So like in football, if I see how the defense is going to line up, I kind of know what the offense is about to try. And so it's like, yeah, he's going to try and pass it to the left. He's got an option though to pitch it over to the fullback if he wants to. And then sure enough, it'll happen. People look at me. I was like, how do you know this stuff? I was like, the plays haven't changed since high school.
Yeah.
I mean, there's little differences here and there, but if you know how they're lining up, that's pretty much what they're going to do next.
Yeah. So look, I have a very boring technical question for you, Eric. When
I love technical questions.
when you record on Zoom, do you have like the pro thing or do you use the free version?
I am what is commonly referred to as a broke dick, and I have the free version. I record all of the audio to Audacity.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Because on Zoom it says we have 8 minutes and 38 seconds left of recording.
Oh,
Apparently, we're 1 day late because yesterday we recorded and it just let us record as long as we wanted.
yeah. It'd be like that sometimes. I remember like they were trying to do that with the free version, where if you had more than 2 people, it wouldn't let you do for more than 40 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, but we haven't even been recording for 40 minutes. That makes no sense. I don't know.
Yeah.
It pisses me off. Well, we can end it and start it again.
Yeah.
God. And then, like, we have been recording on Discord, and it
Yeah, but it
just
sucks so
it
much.
sucks.
That's
And
the common refrain.
yeah, and then I have tried Zencaster multiple times, and I've never been able to get it to work.
Hmm.
Uh, our first half dozen episodes we did on Skype, maybe
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
even a bit more than that, and it's all right, you know. I'm starting to think now it's better than Zoom because you don't have a time limit. You can record for like 5 hours or something.
Yeah. I have my issues with Skype. That was one of the main sources of my lost episode with Bill Ottman.
Oh, really?
But
I'm not
yeah,
familiar
after
with
I
him.
got the recording done, I'm sitting there going to go back and edit it, and I hear the little Skype ringtone, and then it was 25 minutes of silence. I got so mad. I instant messaged him like right after that. I was like, dude, I don't know what your schedule is, but I got like 25 minutes of silence. And he was like, oh no. And then we just never rescheduled. So I got so bad.
Oh, man.
Well, whenever this goes out, we can use it as an opportunity to take a break and use the restroom in my case.
Utilize the latrines.
Yep. Talk to a man about a horse. Have y'all heard that saying before?
I have heard that saying before.
I've heard the saying, except that it's a dog.
No, that's probably some Yankee nonsense, but whatever.
It was in a book. So I
Oh, leave it to a Yankee to read it in a book.
don't...
Man.
I can't say much. I am what's called a damned Yankee because I was born in Nebraska, but I live down here. So
So am I the only OG Southerner in the chat right now?
that's kind of what it sounded like.
In Missouri, that's where I was born. Midwest.
Well, yeehaw, fellers.
It wasn't a part. It wasn't a part that was pro-slavery. So
It wasn't.
All right, well, that's pretty good then. I'll say that. You're
does that
all
make me
right.
Southern? Yeah.
You're all right. Man, I'm planning on leaving Louisiana. I'm excited about it.
Well, good luck. I've tried doing it several times, so and have come back.
Well, what brought you here?
Originally, my dad. He was one of those types that didn't feel comfortable any place for too long. So, like every 4 or 5 years, we would move. So we lived out west in Nevada. We lived down in Texas, and then we just finally ended up in Louisiana. And even here, we've moved from like Baton Rouge out to Walker, Denham Springs.
Yeah.
And then I left after high school to join the Army. So I lived over in Georgia for a little bit, came back, tried moving back to Houston again, came back, moved up to Shreveport, came back. And here recently I tried moving up to Dallas and, it didn't work out up there. So I came back. So Baton Rouge is kind of like a black hole. I'm just never going to escape.
Baton Rouge is kind of like that.
Yep.
Man, but Lafayette's not a bad town. And it's close to Baton Rouge. About an hour.
Yeah. Yeah, fairly close. My younger brother lives out in Broussard, which is surrounded on all sides by Lafayette.
Yeah, I'm familiar with it. All right, well, let's go ahead and take our break now.
Sounds good.
And we're back. All right. How's it going?
Going pretty good.
Great.
I know I feel a lot better.
You're over there squirming in your seat?
A bit.
Your back teeth were floating?
My back teeth were floating. I was getting a bit uncomfortable. I was doing the pee dance. That's a nice mental image for y'all.
Yeah, there you go.
So let me ask y'all a question. As libertarians, do y'all think that burning down a police precinct is good or bad in general?
I'm going to go with bad. Part of me kind of giggled in the collapsitarian sense.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they're just going to rebuild it, and all the taxpayers are going to be on the hook for it.
Yeah.
And it's going to justify more police presence in the area. So,
like, I think it's good if you're actually going to like follow through and do what needs to be done, like with the rest of, the state apparatus in your area. But, just for one for shits and giggles, then, Probably not. No.
So, do y'all think? I agree. I do not think it's a good idea. But do y'all think that in cities like Minneapolis and New York City, the possibility of them getting rid of the police department is a good idea?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it's like I was saying before, I'm kind of glad that we're now all of a sudden talking about defunding a police department.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm a little worried about what they're going to plan on replacing it with, because we know statists are going to state, and the replacement could be much worse.
yeah, I think you're going to see like a panopticon kind of situation where you're always being watched, and then you're going to have just enough police to, do midnight raids.
Yeah. Like, switch out like a regular police outfit with more of a KGB type thing.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not going to have like beat cops or, yeah, guys that you see all the time. You'll just have a bunch of cameras and stuff like that.
Well, I hope that means people start leaving New York.
Yeah, more than I already do. Yeah.
Yeah. But I just don't think people are meant to be in big cities like that.
No, I was having this discussion with someone the other day. I think, yeah, I understand like the advantages of the big cities. You get division of labor and all that. You get heavy industry stuff like that. But yeah, I think that people were meant to grow their own food.
Yeah, I'm of the mind that squirrely things start happening when more than 1,000 people are very close to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree, man. And I grew up in a town of like maybe several thousand people, and it's not bad. Like, I know there are a ton of people when I say that they gasp, but it was nice. It was nice, but then it also led me to think like, oh, this is a big city. It has 40,000 people,
Right.
And then like I go to a place that has like 250,000 and I'm overwhelmed. And then I go to a place with 1 million and I'm just information overload.
Yeah. Not a big fan. I get nervous in like big metropolitan areas.
Yeah, I was just about to say, don't go to Los Angeles because that's like 20 million people right there. So,
I've been to New York and I enjoyed it. I would be okay if I never had to go to Los Angeles. I have no desire to visit Los Angeles.
yeah, as far as just a regular person going out there, there's not really a whole lot to see or do. If you're going to stop by just on the way to the beach or something, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like way too many people. Everybody sucks. And, I don't see how you can call a concrete drainage ditch a river. But
yeah. I don't know.
The best part about watching some of these videos on social media is you see these these Instagram, or I don't know, just these social media influencers that are going out there and they're getting their photo op, standing in front of a crowd of people with their little sign, and they look gorgeous or whatever, and it's all for show.
Yeah, you want to talk about virtue signaling? That's half the population of Los Angeles right there.
Yeah, but I don't mind New York. Like I'd like to visit New York. It's just
New York is all right. I think the last time I was up there was like 1996, 97, something like that.
Yeah, I went in the 2000s sometime. I don't remember the year. But it was fun. Went to Broadway, saw Fiddler on the Roof. Went in my first Starbucks.
Your first Starbucks experience was
Yep.
on the opposite end of the country where it started?
Yeah, pretty much. That was when I'm not even sure there were any in Louisiana at that time.
Yeah,
if there were, I didn't know about them. But
so when I lived in Europe, it was always funny when Americans would get all excited about finding a Starbucks in Europe. I'm just thinking, like, you guys have Starbucks. Like, you're here to you're here to see new things.
Yeah,
yeah. That's like in Pulp Fiction where they're talking about, like, Samuel Jackson's all interested in John Travolta talking about the different McDonald's menu options in Amsterdam.
No, man. They got the metric system. It's a Royale with cheese.
It's a Royale with cheese, man.
Then he was
Man.
dogging on people for dipping their French fries in mayonnaise.
I've never done that. I can
I've
get
dipped
down
French
with some
fries in a
mayonnaise.
lot of strange substances.
I can get down with mayonnaise, though. I think ketchup is very overrated.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty much tomato Slurpee, you know.
Yeah.
So,
And you know what pisses me off about ketchup is ketchup seems like it's about 10% sugar. And that's weird to me. Like, why do they put, like, I mean, you can buy, like, I buy Heinz no sugar added ketchup, and it's delicious. Tastes like
Yeah.
tomatoes, you know?
yeah, I have I used because I'm the no sugar no grains guy. So
Yeah.
it's like even some of the stuff that you look on there, they've replaced it with some kind of artificial sweetener or something like that. So I get the Paleo Kitchen one, which is awesome because
Oh.
it tastes exactly like the stuff that I would just make myself. So
Nice. Do you get that on Amazon?
no, actually you can find that right in Walmart.
Oh. Well, maybe. I might not be able to because in my little rinky-dink town, it's hard enough to find the Heinz no sugar added ketchup.
Yeah. Yeah, for you might have to order it.
Paleo Kitchen.
That's pretty
I'm
good
gonna
stuff.
check
I mean,
that
they don't
out.
put any sugar in it. They also have a barbecue sauce now.
Oh, that's nice.
They kind of overdo everything with the avocado oil, but that's fine.
I'm not a big avocado guy, but I don't mind oil. I think I've seen this before. Primal Kitchen Organic.
Yep. That's the
Okay.
one.
Are
And
we
to me,
in?
it actually tastes like the Heinz ketchup from when I was a kid.
Okay.
It started sticking corn syrup and everything.
Are we entertaining you, Liberty Zero?
Oh yeah, this is my topic right here.
That's okay. The other day I did a podcast with the Cryptid Bartender, and we ended up just like veering off into food for a little bit too. So
Man.
It's surprising to me. Like I didn't know this until I got into podcasting. Like just what a topic of conversation alcohol was until I
especially
started.
in
Yeah,
the Liberty circles.
yeah. I had no idea that people could talk about alcohol for like 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 I just had never had a conversation, beyond a couple of minutes or whatever about alcohol. And then I start hosting this podcast with Cotton, and like that's all the podcast is at this point.
Eric, our live show is about 60% talking about alcohol.
Yeah, if you came to the 2018 Libertarian National Convention, there was a guy there. Now, this was probably about the weirdest dude I ever seen. He's there in a Union soldier outfit, but the guy made his own apple pie moonshine.
Awesome.
This
That
guy's
stuff
legit.
was so fucking good.
Man, at Childerberg, Agora Brewing's mead was amazing.
That was the word on the street. I'm so kicking myself that I missed it, but apparently also the liquors from the distillery that y'all visited were also top notch too.
We talked about this last night, and Liberty Zero is going to think I'm a bum because last night I was wearing the shirt, and I'm wearing the shirt again today. The Iron Wolf.
Take a bath, hippie.
I did. I took a shower today, but whatever. I'm young.
Yeah, you can wear the same shirt 2 days in a row. I mean, you weren't digging a ditch or.
Well, that's the issue. I was. So.
Oh, okay. That's all on you then. I was trying to give you an out.
But yeah, I had a Bloody Mary yesterday with the horseradish Iron Wolf vodka. It was really good. First time I opened it since got back.
Yeah, I would be a little bit skeptical about that. I was like, wait, you put horseradish and vodka together?
Yeah, but there are a lot of people that put horseradish in Bloody Marys.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, like that's what I used to do a Bloody Mary. But right now, as somebody in Louisiana, you ought to appreciate.
Your Bloody Mary game better be on point.
Oh no, I'm saying right now I'm having an Abita Turbo Dog.
Yeah, there you go.
So
no Purple Haze for you, huh?
No, I'm not. I tried the Purple Haze and I didn't really care for it. I like the strawberry ale better.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and then the other stuff I just didn't really like at all. I mean, like the amber and the amber ale just tasted kind of like PBR knockoffs, and I don't know, didn't really make me giddy up.
Yeah, back when I was drinking beer, Turbo Dog was a favorite, and also Coors Original because I'm weird like that.
Ugh.
That's usually the response I get.
I hate Howdy Liberty Zero. I hate Coors Light. In fact, I hate I have grown to just really not like light beer at all, and it's
Yeah,
not
light beer
good.
is
Like
it's
I
like drinking
do,
water.
yeah, pretty much like gross, like kind of I don't know, like you throw some wheat in water for a while, then carbonate it, and that's Miller Lite. Uh, but Modelo's kind of all right, but I've been doing keto for quite a long time, and I found like if I was doing keto, I even ran an experiment testing ketones. I could have a couple of like Miller Lights or something, and I'd be all right. Um, the issue is like for a special occasion, I was hanging out with some friends and I had some Guinness a while back, and I'd
Yeah,
had
that's not going to
Guinness.
be your friend.
No, I had Guinness and I knew I liked Guinness, but something about that specific incident drinking the Guinness made me really develop a taste for it. And since then, I have not been. I had some light beer at Childerberg. I was not drinking it for taste, mind you, but I since then I just haven't been able to get into light beer. In fact, Liberty Zero's fiance was hating on me because I was drinking Miller Lite at the campsite.
It's like this is like practically water.
Yeah, but it's got alcohol in it. That's the point.
So did anybody bring like the box of Franzia and the Pamplemousse LaCroix?
No, but
Oh,
one thing, man, I don't remember if we talked about this for next week's episode, which we've already recorded. I don't know if we talked about this in the main episode or the live episode, but I guess I will risk repeating myself. But I brought a tinfoil coated cowboy hat.
nice.
And I'm kind of sorry that it didn't become a bigger thing, but that seems to be the only, other than Agora Brewing's mead, which was like the star of the show.
Yeah.
Everybody freaked out about that, and
I wonder if one of my Boogaloo memes made it to their label.
maybe.
Yeah, mine was the after you've raided there was like a Boog side quest 51. After you raid Area 51, you get to crack open a cold one with the new alien boys that you just made friends with.
Maybe.
That's good.
I don't remember. I donated $5 to Free Ross, and he gave me a one of his jalapeno bottles, which was "Would you like a kick or a punch in the dick?" It had bird and car on it.
Yeah, there you go.
Just as a memento.
Yeah, originally that bit was $5 or a punch in the dick.
Yeah.
And then it's since then evolved.
Liberty Zero, have y'all popped open that mead y'all got?
Not quite yet. Mostly because I don't have a what do you call it? The keg.
A
The
corkscrew?
thing that you get the corkscrew. There we go.
I don't have a keg of it. And I was like,
a keg. Wow.
well, the amount
dang,
shouldn't
yeah.
dissuade you from drinking it.
Yeah, no, I don't have the corkscrew, but my fiance does, and I just haven't gotten it from her place yet.
I will
Yeah,
say
I was gonna drink some the other night, and then I realized my predicament.
that mead sneaks up on you.
It's a creeper, huh?
Yeah, at least for me it was. I made the mistake. I don't know if it was the first or second night, but I made the mistake of drinking too much mead and then smoking a cigar after not having smoked a cigar in a while. I felt horrible.
You probably felt great.
I felt horrible, and just instinctively I was inhaling the cigar, into the lungs. No. Oh man, I felt horrible like an hour or two later.
Yeah, if you didn't throw up, or at least felt like it.
No, I'm a man.
I'm just thinking about that, and I'm starting to get a little queasy.
Yeah, it was a good time though. I'm gonna try to go to Peaceful Treason's camp out this fall, assuming they're having it.
Yeah, and then Jake wanted to get Ron Paul Day going.
Yeah,
That's going to be in August.
Oh, yeah.
I am going to work on doing something in Baton Rouge for that.
What? Wait, go ahead and explain that for everyone.
So basically, how he described it to me was just a get together. Like that can be a pool party, or probably wouldn't be because it'd be in the fall. Or no, it's August. So yeah, like a pool party or a barbecue or something, and just try to raise a little money and donate it to the Ron Paul Freedom and Prosperity or whatever it's called fund. It's on his birthday, and I think that's August. No, like August 10th, maybe.
There,
That
I'll
sounds
look it up.
right.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm going to consult the glowing rectangle of human knowledge.
I think it's August 10th. Liberty Zero, you owe me $50 if it's August 10th.
Let's see here.
August 20th.
Damn. All right, I was
Yep.
half right. Liberty Zero owes me $25.
Is that how that
Or a
works?
punch in the dick.
Or a punch in the dick. Yeah. Yeah, so it's just like a get together, and like you just kind of take donations and everything. So I'm going to try to do something in Baton Rouge, like a barbecue and a get together.
Oh, that definitely sounds good.
Yeah. I'm going to have
I might just fake you out and go to the one in Austin.
Well, I think Jacob is going to have one in Dallas.
Oh, in Dallas?
Yeah.
Yeah, Baton Rouge is a little bit closer. I don't want to go back to Dallas ever.
Yeah, Dallas sucks.
I don't know any local libertarians, so I think I'll just drink alone in my apartment and call it Childerberg.
Oh,
there you go.
Yeah. Or you could just drive over to Baton Rouge real quick. Just hop on over.
Hop over, except that Texas might not let me back.
Maybe.
Who knows?
You got some of that good Louisiana soil on your tires. Yeah. But I'm going to try to do something. We'll see. Because I know somebody that's pretty knowledgeable of the libertarian scene in Baton Rouge, and I'm not in the slightest. So
A person other than me?
yes, in fact, when we finish recording, I'm going to ask you if you know somebody,
Oh, okay.
because you very well might.
I might.
Um,
I've been around a bit.
So yeah, so that's the Ron Paul Day thing, and then after that, it's going to after that the Peaceful Treason camping trip. We're just doing libertarian event calendar now. Oh, did y'all hear about what Mises U is doing?
I know every summer they have the Mises University thing.
Yeah. They're doing it this year in person, and they're going to have 50 people.
Just 50?
Just 50, like students, 50
Oh,
students. Like I'm signed up for it. And Eric, I don't know if you know, there's this podcast called Insurrection Inc. And
I think I've heard of it.
they're a bunch of good guys, although there's really like only one host in my mind, and that's Jay. Because all the other ones are like boomers that don't know how to use computers and won't talk to anybody. Yet Jay just talks all the time. And I heard a couple of their hosts were going to Mises U, and I'm like, oh, come on to the Dissecting Liberty Discord. I'll make a special Mises U thing, and we can coordinate and do something and maybe record a little bit and drink a bit and have a good time. And
Drink a bit? Come on.
drink a bit, just a tiny bit, just a couple sips. And these boomers, dude, they're my age. They're young. I'm assuming, like early to mid 20s, but they don't know how Discord works, man.
I'm 40. I'll
Looking
be
at you,
41
Sean.
on the 27th, and I know how Discord works.
Come on, Insurrection Inc. Secondary hosts other than Jay. Learn how Discord works. So now I'm just talking to Jay. Like the other day, I messaged him, and I'm like, hey, what are your dumbass boomer co-hosts? Are they going to come to Are they going to come to?
I'm sure he
Mises?
appreciated you calling them dumbass boomers.
They didn't see it because they're not on Discord.
I can get away with it.
I know. And you know what makes it worse is they have been on Discord, and like every now and again, it's like a full moon, like the stars align and they can send a message or something, and then after that they're like, okay, this is getting a bit too confusing for me. I'm backing out.
Yeah, I kind of lurk on Discord. I'll pop into my little rooms that I'm involved with. Might leave a comment here and there.
Yeah. Well,
I like to keep up on what y'all are saying, though.
That's some Fed behavior right there, bud.
I know.
You take your screenshots and leave.
Yeah, that's it. Report back to Central.
Just don't go onto our server on Coomer Town.
Oh, is that like naked ladies?
Yes.
Pretty much.
I have a very good excuse for that. Derek, as most of these things begin, from the Burning Boots podcast.
It always starts with the Burning Boots podcast.
It always starts. Yeah, that's right. Derek was just posting porn videos and pictures on the
just like straight. Yeah.
Yeah, just on the general chat. And I'm
well,
like,
we need to put the kibosh on this. Put it in its own special room.
So I just made a special room. And then recently people were complaining because they were posting pictures that were not safe for work, but not necessarily of pretty ladies in Coomer Town. So I had to create a gross channel.
Well, I see the black dude with the enormous hog made its way on there.
Yeah. Okay.
I would just like to point out that guy is actually dead.
Yep, he is dead. Do you know the story, Liberty Zero?
No, I don't.
He was like I don't know. Was he a father? I think so. Like he was just a good.
Oh yeah. He's got kids and everything.
Just a good husband and father that was low on cash. So we took that picture, and now it's a meme. And damn, poor guy.
He was blessed.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like how George Floyd did a porno. Did y'all hear that?
Yeah.
No, I didn't hear that.
Oh no, man! Oh god, Legion of Skanks is tough.
Yeah, that's not something that you can listen to with the speaker.
It's not.
I can't even do Your Mom's House anymore.
Yeah, that's a good show. But yeah.
Every once in a while, like my design manager will come look, he's like, what are you just laughing about over there? I can't. I was like, I'll give you a hint, Fed smoker, and that's about it.
Fed smoker?
Yeah.
I haven't listened to Your Mom's House in a while. I'm still what's a good video? The video where they pinned the dude in the garage. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And Tom just thought it was the funniest thing ever.
He's got more of those. Yeah, he's got more of those.
I know.
He did like an airborne training video where the guy like broke his leg.
Right. Yeah. I remember listening to that on audio.
Yeah. What's really sad is Tom Segura and I have the same level of black humor.
Really?
Yes. So when he did that joke on his special about putting the wall around the state of Louisiana,
that was hilarious.
I bought one of the shirts just to piss people off.
Really? I didn't know they had shirts. I would have bought one.
Yeah. It just says build the wall, and the entire outline of the state of Louisiana is bricks.
Oh, that's awesome. I wonder if they still, if he still has them. Do you know what we're talking about, Liberty Zero?
No.
There's this comedian named Tom Segura, and he and his wife do a show called Your Mom's House. And they just watch, like, one of the things they would do is, like, watch videos.
Her latest thing has been TikTards. So
yeah, dude, those are so funny. They're so funny. And they just, like, watch videos, and they're quite funny.
Yeah, the latest one was the you might have seen this video going around on Twitter, was the old guy with the tit cups.
No.
Oh,
I'm not familiar with that one.
So it's just like this old guy. He's got like these like nipple suction cups, but he's somehow able to fit like his big old man boobs in them.
Oh, no.
and he refers to himself as Pig. He doesn't call himself by his name. He's got tattoos all over him. So those videos have been something that they've been going around with for the last few episodes. It's insane.
That's crazy, man. It makes me yeah, Liberty Zero. I'm gonna start watching more of those, taking notes, learning some stuff, and we can maybe we can learn some tips on how to carry forward with the podcast.
Yeah, definitely look up Fed Smoker. Peace be upon him.
Fed Smoker. I think I remember that. That's the Man Boob Cup? Dude?
No. That guy calls himself Pig, but no, Fed Smoker was this guy. He just fucking insane. And he would accuse security guards of being baby rapers.
Right.
Yeah. And he would talk about being like a retired double agent.
I remember that, dude. I remember. Oh my God. It's so
but he would always talk like this, like he was biting down on his lip. It's the greatest thing.
Oh man. Yeah,
that guy's dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, Convo Peterson is dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really funny when they found that out on the podcast because they didn't want to believe it at first.
Yeah, I've been really into Legion of Skanks for like the past 6 or 8 months. That's like the only non-libertarian podcast I listen to.
Yeah, I listen to quite a few of the non-libertarian stuff.
Man.
Like Your Mom's House, King and the Sting, The Fighter and the Kid.
Yeah, I like that stuff, but I hate Brendan Schaub.
You can't stand Brendan Schaub?
I hate him so much.
All right, get this. He's actually starting to swing around to becoming a libertarian because he really hates the mayor of Los Angeles.
Yeah, but the issue is he's an idiot.
Well, yeah.
So he'll probably be like, he'll probably be a minarchist or something if he gets into the movement,
Yeah, my favorite is
he'll be kind of like a Sarwark type character.
Sarsuck, yeah.
Yep. Or Gary Johnson, like he like if he'd be really excited about a Gary Johnson type person.
Yeah, my personal favorite over here in this, and I really have like not really paid too much of attention to it since I left the Libertarian Party, but apparently Nick Sarwark tagged Talib Green.
Yeah.
In a tweet, and it backfired.
Oh yeah,
I remember that. Yeah.
I don't even know who that guy Talib is.
I didn't, but I read like a little thing on him. I still don't really know who he is, but
Yeah, he was he's a rapper from the 90s. I guess he's still sort of famous, but a couple of years ago, he was just going around, just anybody who was white was automatically a Nazi racist.
Of course.
Yeah. And he and Eric July had gone back and forth. Diss tracks and everything. So
okay, that's it. Now I'm remembering this from like a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the Twitter youngin in the block, so I wasn't.
You haven't been exposed to the hell site too much.
I got active on it like last November, maybe, so not even a year.
Yeah, I was like that. I had an account all the way back in 2011, and then just wasn't doing anything until 2017 when I started my podcast. So
yeah. All right. Well, we're running out of time on the second round of recording. So why don't you go ahead and give your plugs, Eric?
All right. If you want to, you can swing over to anchor.fm/rebel with a cause. I'm on all of the major podcast apps out there, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, all that. But I have all the links on there. Check the show notes in my episodes, please, because I have all the ways that you can support the podcast, Patreon, Subscribestar, Teespring, all that stuff. So, but that's about it. I have a website that's in the works that may be coming soon. So we'll see.
Awesome. Liberty Zero.
Yeah. So I'm Liberty Zero, reminding you to zero your rifle.
And I'm Cottonarchist, reminding you to pick cotton voluntarily.